7-5, Penn State Nittany Lions play Arkansas 8-4 this season in the Outback Bowl. Arkansas has had a heck of a turnaround season. They're ranked 21st in the country. When you look at this game and break it down, Coach, I love what Sam Pittman's done with this team. 2 years ago, they were 0-for in the SEC, made a coaching change. Sam Pittman came in last year, won a few games. This year turned it around. Now they're in a bowl game. I think he should be SEC Coach of the Year just on that fact, on what he's been able to do. KJ Jefferson, their quarterback's doing an outstanding job running the ball and throwing the ball. But Treylon Burke is out this game. He's going to be a first-round draft pick in the NFL. Big 6'3", 225-pound wide receiver. Can run the ball in the backfield on specialty plays, but can go up and get it with long arms, particularly in the red zone. He's going to opt out of this game. But they still have a lot of good players on this Arkansas football team. Tyson Morris, Devontae Warren, Keyshawn Jackson Jr., some other players that can step up at the wide receiver position. On defense, I like their linebacker. Bumper Pool's got 120 tackles on the season. He should get more recognition for what he's been able to do. But Penn State, are they going to be one of those teams that's, it's just another bowl game? They've done a terrific job. Sean Clifford, their quarterback's coming back next year. He's already declared that. I like to see that. This is a Penn State team under James Franklin. They've kind of faltered this year. They've kind of been a little bit below expectations this year. Are they just going to go out there and roll their hats out there? Or are they going to be like Arkansas that really wants to be at this bowl game? Arkansas is a slight favorite in this football game. It goes back and forth, and now Penn State is a slight favorite. It's switched back and forth. It's only a one-point game, so basically it's a pick 'em game. I like Arkansas in this game. Sean Clifford's going to be at the quarterback position, but I like what KJ Jefferson's been able to do. Even in some of their losses, they stepped up and played big at Arkansas.
I love Arkansas. I think his football team and Jefferson, 24 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, but he can run the ball. But how many times in the last few minutes of the football game did he take Arkansas down and win the football game like against Mississippi State? The guy's a great competitor, and he has an awful lot of good athletes around him. The one thing about Arkansas, and I coached there, Mark, there's a lot of good athletes in that state that don't get highly recruited and aren't highly regarded as far as recruits are concerned, but they can flat play, and that's true with this team. Penn State's averaging 26 points a game. They're giving up 16. That's a pretty good difference of margin there. However, Arkansas is averaging 31.5 points per game and are only giving up 24 points. I think that Arkansas is an excellent team. Penn State is not a real impressive team. I love Sean Clifford. 2,912 yards thrown, 20 TDs, only 6 interceptions, but he's tough. He's competitive. He will make the big throw, but he'll also make the big run, fighting to get a yardage. He's like a running back when he has the football. Lee, the running back, has 495 yards, but the fact that Clifford can run the ball also helps him. When you look at Dotson, 91 receptions, over 1,200 yards, that's impressive. But the fact that Penn State lost 5 times this year, Mark, I think it's going to be 6. Arkansas prevails 29-24.
Both of these teams have a common opponent. Penn State beat Auburn. Arkansas lost to Auburn this year. And Auburn's not a very good football team anyway, in my opinion, this year. But looking at that fact, I still like Arkansas in this game. If you look at the way they played this year, this has just been a gritty football team. And I just think that they've been out of the bowl business for a while. They want to be back in it, and they're back in it. And I think they're going to play hard for Coach Pittman. I like Arkansas to win this game outright just like you. But I got Arkansas. I think it's going to be a little low scoring. I got Arkansas winning this game 24-18.
I think it's going to be a great football game. The one thing about Arkansas is underestimated, beside their quickness, is the fact that they're very physical. They lost Alabama by only 7 points. I think 42-35 was the score. And they've been in every football game virtually this entire year. I'm impressed with them. The fans are going to show up. There's going to be great support. I'm not sure that's the case for Penn State. Anytime Penn State goes 7-5, you aren't real excited if you're a Penn State fan, because you're used to being 11-2, 12-1, things along that line. Not this year. Not only that, you're going to end up the season 7-6 because Arkansas is going to prevail in that football game, Mark.